Most people think masculine energy is about doing, achieving, and leading. We need masculine energy to create ideas into reality. But the truth also is that if your masculine energy is coming from a wounded place, then you will feel pushy to other people or you might feel burnt out inside. So, in this episode, I really wanted to show you how to harness into the divine masculine energy, the masculine energy of drive, where you feel safe, held, and you do your actions, but they're very aligned and taking the whole community together. So, in this episode, I'll show you how to shift into your divine masculine instead. That energy where you feel safe, held, and you lead with aligned action. Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, I am Kanika. I'm an energy coach and Akashic Records reader. And please subscribe below if you like content like this so we can stay connected. So let's talk about the divine masculine. Now, each of us carry divine masculine energy. Regardless of our sex, regardless of how we identify, we all carry divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy within us. The masculine energy is the energy inside us that we use to channel into doing an action. When your inner masculine is wounded, it might feel that you are pushing very hard to get to your results. Maybe you feel like it's a constant uphill battle. Or on the flip side of it, there might be times where you know that there is something that you desire to do, but you just might lack the energy to do that because you do not have that fuel to tap in. The other way in which this shows up is that you might feel that you just have to do a lot, as if there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You're just carrying a lot of weight. That is wounded masculine energy. Another thing you'd notice is that if you are struggling to feel safe within your relationships, at work, at home, if you're not really able to speak what truly is going on inside, if being vulnerable feels very, very tough, then your masculine energy needs healing. If you need external validation a lot just to feel that you are doing okay or that you are loved, then that's a sign that your inner masculine is wounded as well. Because divine masculine energy is this inherent knowingness that you are worthy, that you are okay as you are. If I was to give you an example of the real divine masculine energy around us, I would say just look at the sun. Just look at the way the sun shines. The sun is not really thinking whether other people are looking at it or thinking about it or not, but the sun shines. The sun does its job. The sun provides. So the sun has this regularity about it. It's very consistent in providing sunshine. It has a sense of self-worth. And divine masculine energy is pretty much like that as well. Very grounded, very rooted, very aware of the space that it offers. And it just does that. It does not need external validation because it knows how worthy it is inside. So divine masculine energy is the energy that gives direction. This gives the foundation for divine feminine to then create life. Think of divine masculine as the seed, the intention where ideas start. It provides the structure for divine feminine energy to flow freely and create life. If I was to give an analogy around divine masculine and divine feminine in action, I would say just look at how human babies are formed. The sperm provides the seed. That is the divine masculine energy, which provides that intention for the baby to be born. Whereas female energy is a lot around nourishing, around bringing that whole baby into life. But nothing would have happened if that divine masculine spark wasn't there to begin with. So, divine masculine energy is really this energy of intention, which says, well, I know this is what I want. I got the structure. So, let's go. Your masculine energy is linked to your 4 odd chakras, meaning the root chakra, the solar plexus, the throat chakra, and your crown chakra. And let me explain each of these one by one. The root chakra first. The root chakra, as the name says, it is your foundation. It is the root. How do you feel about yourself? How worthy do you think you are? Are you feeling safe when you stand, even if someone questions you? If a tree has very thin roots, then it might be swayed by the wind. But a strong, healthy tree will have healthy roots. And healthy masculine energy comes from this well established foundation, your inherent worthiness, your belief in yourself, in your ideas, in what you stand for. And this is then the support that feminine energy will use to grow and prosper. So that's the root chakra that forms the basis for divine masculine energy, really rooted in worthiness. The next chakra with masculine energy is the solar plexus. It is your place of inner sun. How do you create from the energy that you've got? You'll notice that solar plexus has the energy of both work and rest. You see, the sun goes to rest as well. So, this energy here is a lot about working, but it's also about resting because you use the doing time to work from aligned actions and you use the rest time to replenish yourself and also to get guidance. So, if you're feeling that your actions are forced, that you either have to push yourself or somebody else has to push you to work, then chances are that your masculine energy needs a healing. The next chakra with masculine energy is the throat chakra, and that is very much around speaking and around getting heard. This is your ability to speak your truth with authenticity, with compassion, being able to have the conversations within your family and other people outside very authentically. If you feel that you can be vulnerable, that you can really share and talk about intimate moments, if you do not feel that you have to hide, then congratulations, because you're really acting out of divine masculine energy. You'll also find that more and more you tap into your divine masculine energy, the more it's easy for your messages to be a lot more potent, to be a lot more resonant and magnetic. You almost will not need to fight for your space, but you will just feel that you will attract the right audience just because your message has that inherent magnetism to it, that inherent potency to it. And then last chakra with the divine masculine is the crown chakra. It's about tapping into consciousness, and that you would see it really just talks to the whole strength of divine masculine energy because once you have deep worthiness inside you, you really understand why you want to do what you want to do. Then you have inspired actions in your solar plexus. Then you are speaking from your truth and authenticity. You automatically are tapping into the higher guidance. You're automatically tapping into the higher intelligence above you. You're using that for your guidance, and you're using this universal flow and higher self guidance to drive action forward. You will find that with divine masculine energy, your whole drive is a lot easier. It will not feel uphill because it's all aligned with the divine flow. So, the more that you're doing your actions with faith and trust, the more you're really tapping into divine masculine energy. So, let me give you like a quick cheat sheet to understand when you're operating out of your divine masculine versus your wounded masculine. Divine masculine is where you really tapped into the energy of flow, where the energy is I win, you win. And wounded masculine is going to be I win, you lose, you win, I lose. So there's vibration of lack and control with the wounded masculine, whereas divine masculine is very much about win win. It's about togetherness, it's about leading, but with kindness, with compassion. Whereas wounded masculine is operating a lot out of survival. If someone pointed out a mistake and that really impacts you personally, then that is wounded masculine. If you feel like you really need to impress someone and so you are overdoing, you are overworking, then that is wounded masculine as well. Because divine masculine is rooted in its worthiness. It just knows what it is and it does not have to earn that worth. If you start things but cannot finish them, that is wounded masculine. If you feel that you have to control someone or dominate them in some way so that you get the results that you want, then that is wounded masculine. When you cannot trust in others, when you cannot have that faith, when you just cannot relax, when you need to know everything, that is wounded masculine. So the wounded masculine belief is that I need to be doing something to feel safe. The divine masculine belief instead is that I am safe. It is just inherently safe. It does not need to do to prove its worth. It's just inherently safe. The wounded masculine feels that I need to prove myself to be loved. Whereas divine masculine just knows it. It's grounded, it's present. It's just there. So now let's talk about healing the wounded masculine inside you. Now, masculine energy obviously really begins with the male role models that you had, especially your dad, any other males that you were really close to or who had a big impact in your life. Now, if you look at your dad, and maybe you had an amazing dad, maybe your dad was not so great. Maybe he was over controlling, maybe he was abusive, maybe he was just not that available. And I'm asking you to step into the place where you do not like your dad, meaning step into that child part of you that does not like dad. Even if your dad feels on the surface really good, even if you have the most amazing relationship with him, I'm asking you to tune into that part that felt annoyed. Maybe even for simple things. Maybe he did not get you candy one day and you just dislike that you really wanted that candy and he did not buy it for you. Because that is that part that is going to get you the healing. You see, a lot of times the wounds happen because the emotions and the feelings that we have underneath when we started in our lives, we've still not resolved those. There's like a bleeding wound, and we understand at some logical level that we need to seal it. So we try and put band aid on a bleeding wound, but the blood is just running out. And hence, the band aid will not hold because the blood hasn't flown out yet. What you really need to allow is for all this old bad blood to flow out. Let that part of you which feels the anger, which feels the frustration for how you were treated, let that part of you come out. Write a letter. You don't have to give it to anybody, but really tap into the place where you felt that there was some injustice done to you and write whatever you felt. If your writing is not your thing, speak. Maybe be in the shower and then just say it all out, whatever you did not like. Maybe open the tap and then say your things. However it suits you, you could do voice recordings, but let your emotions out and let that little child speak, the child that got shut off. Let that child speak. You can let that child come out of hiding. Your older emotions, your older wounds, let that come out of hiding. And once that comes out, then there's nothing else to hide. There's a lot more energy that you spend trying to hold this little part inside you and be the perfect person that you think you want to be. But the truth is that unless that little child comes out, you're just stuffing anger up. It is either going to come out as some short, snappy comments when you don't have control, or you're just going to be frustrated and you're going to silence yourself. None of that is healthy. So let your little part come out. Write letters to your dad. Write letters to all the male figures around you, whatever you felt that they did wrong, and then just burn it. Fire is very cleansing. Burn that out because you are just literally resetting your masculine energy. When you write down that somebody overstepped your boundaries and you say you did not like it, and then you tear that paper, you put that in the fire, you have actually also reset your energy. You've allowed your body to heal and allowed yourself to come into the next step. So do that. You will really notice the shift with your masculine energy. The next thing that you want to do is look at the other masculine energies around you. Look at your relationship with your sun, perhaps even the color yellow. How do you feel with that? Are you able to sit in the sun? Just practice in your meditations connecting with the sun, tuning into the vibration of the sun, because the more you're able to tap into the sun, you're actually tapping into the divine guidance. You're tapping into connection. You're also tapping into light and the energy, the drive to be able to bring your ideas to reality. So heal your relationship with the sun, with the stars, with masculine planets such as Jupiter and Mars, so that you feel more empowered taking action. You don't feel blocked. And the more you heal your relationships with your dad, the more you heal your relationships with the suns, you'll really start feeling a shift in your body. It will be as if you're tuning into calmness with your actions because you're really tuning into your truth and aligned guidance more. You just have opened that channel more, the more you are able to bring your divine masculine energy inside. After you've worked with your father and with the other male figures in your family, then is the time to really tune into yourself and forgive yourself, because you might be holding a lot of energy against yourself for just being in that space, for not speaking sometimes when you really wanted to speak. So allow forgiveness for yourself. Tune in, forgive that younger part because you did not know anything better at that time. Now you are more mature, you've evolved because of that experience as well. So just forgive, let go of the guilt. Oftentimes we hold on to guilt. Oftentimes we feel that, oh, if we don't let go, this might happen again. Instead, tune into the sun, tune into the source, asking them to help you release these heavy emotions, asking them to help you release the guilt. You don't really have to hold it all together for you. This is also the big responsibility for masculine energy, where we feel responsible, like this is how we've got to do it right. And often this is what results in snapping out, in the abrupt emotions, or sometimes even just shutting off and not being able to share our truth because we feel that we have to carry a lot ourselves. So see if you can allow yourself to be a lot more trusting. Begin by healing your relationship with the sun and the source. When you have that much faith, then you won't need to hold all of the protective walls for yourself. You'll be able to let go. You'll be a lot more into a relaxed state. So see if you can tune into your meditations and then just connect with the sun and the source a lot more, asking them also for guidance to be able to connect more with them so that you feel held instead of having to hold it all for yourself. Now, if you wanted to tap into divine masculine further, once you have really rebuilt your relationship with your dad and all the male figures around you, once you've started forgiving yourself, once you have rebuilt your relationship with the sun and the source, the next thing you can also do is heal the masculine wounds within your lineage. You see, the energy that you are carrying today in this present time is the sum total of all the ancestors behind you as well. And we all carry energy within us of survival, of lack, where there is less of everything. What you would do during your meditations is that you will practice allowing a lot more love and light come into you. So you have the sun above and you have the earth below. They're holding space. You just allow their light to run. What you are doing is you're imagining golden light coming from the sun, and it's pouring all through you, all through your space. It's just covering you more and more. So you are really being held in love and light. And the earth is doing the same. She's passing beautiful emerald green energy into your space. So your whole space is being flooded with love and light. And then you hold one hand on your higher heart, so anchoring all of that energy into you. And then you hold your other hand. Imagine it's multiplying for all your ancestors. And you pass this love and light on to all your ancestors. And thereby you're starting to heal their ancestral wounds as well. One by one, let each of them come, let each of them get their love and light as well. Because when they are not operating from a wounded masculine place, then you'll feel that same shift for you as well. So just allow that whole healing to happen for your ancestral lineage as well. We carry up to 4 generations of trauma actively within us. So when you start healing your own lineage, you will just find that you start feeling a lot calmer yourself because you're just not carrying those trauma imprints inside you anymore. And now you really want to anchor in these new beliefs for yourself. So imagine in your meditation space that there's a cloud above you, and on the clouds in gold letters, write, "I am safe." And then bring that energy, collapse that into a ball, and really bring that into your root chakra, allowing the worthiness to literally come into you. You might want to repeat that a few times to really start feeling safe in your body as you are right now. You can then say, "I am worthy as I am." Again, take that and bring that into your root chakra. And now write the words, "I trust myself. I trust the universe." Bring those energies and bring that into the root chakra as well. And now from the root chakra, you can imagine this ball of energy, and you can really imagine this shooting up, going everywhere in your space as well. You can even take the balls, multiply them, put them into your solar plexus, put them into your throat, put them into your crown chakra as well. Again, connect with the sun above, connect with the earth, just to really clean out the channel and to really anchor in these new divine beliefs into you. So this practice will really help you seal the new beliefs and it will really help bring you more into your divine masculine energy. And that means that you're able to take actions that feel nourishing, that you're able to speak your truth with compassion, with authenticity, without having to hide yourself. And generally, it means living a very inspired life. And you're also able to take people with you on your journey, holding your boundaries, really inspiring them, and build beautiful things into creation. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode today, learning about divine masculine energy, really stepping into your clarity, into your worthiness, and inspired leadership. If you want to take this further, I invite you to book a free clarity call with me at artoflifecenter.com/call. In this call, I look at what are the energetic blocks that block you from going to your next level. And together we'll explore the next steps so that you are acting from a more empowered and inspired space. Till next time, I am Kanika, your energy coach.